Okay, this statement just came in. It's more of a statement, but I think there's something you can say about it. It says,
Sure.
personal story. After 2 to 3 months, clean, sober, I relapsed for 2, 3 weeks. I thought I was okay, but turns out I was cocky, arrogant about my victory over porn. I now realize that I must adopt the addict or alcoholic stance. That is, that I am and always will be a porn addict, who must be humble and admit his weakness if I am truly to control the urge. Doing well now for 2 weeks, but I know nothing is sure, and that I must work on this every day and will for a long, long time, if not forever.
I commend you for that statement. It truly shows that you're surrendering to the process of mastery and healthy living. This is the thing, as human beings, by nature, we have a part of our brain that is predisposed to addiction. It's called the limbic system. This midbrain that we have has three prime directives: survival, avoid pain, seek pleasure. It is amoral. This part of our brain does not have values. It doesn't think. It doesn't process information on a higher level. That's the job of our prefrontal cortex. It's what separates us as a species from all other species. We do have a part of the brain that houses values, morals, higher functioning, the thinking brain. These two parts of the brain are constantly striving to work together to create a healthy life. And when these two parts of the brains get off, there's conflict within our system as human beings. But by nature, we're born with a brain that is keeping us alive. We go into these cycles. So for example, you go to sleep every night, your brain goes into the cycles of sleep. You wake up and you brush your teeth, you probably brush your teeth the same way every day. And so we become very comfortable in our cycles, and this part of the brain is keeping us alive by nature. But this part of the brain also can take a substance or material and then begin to prioritize whatever that behavior or substance is as necessary to survival based upon what it perceives as giving it the highest ability to overcome pain quickly. So for example, if I'm tired, I should fill in the blank. Most of you just said sleep. If you said drink a caffeinated beverage, you're probably addicted to caffeine. But what happens is if I try caffeine, all of a sudden my brain says, oh, I don't need to sleep right now. A chemical has infused adrenals and whatever else my brain produces through caffeine that gives me a temporary sensation that I'm not sleepy. Nothing's changed. I haven't all of a sudden taken a nap or done something different. I've just drank in a substance, and it's a drug that's that's creating or exciting my brain enough to keep it awake. So what happens is now our limbic system, or that three-stage survive, avoid, pain, seek pleasure, now says, next time I'm tired, I will be triggered, boom, to drink a caffeinated beverage. That doesn't mean I'm always going to. I could say, you know what, I should really take a nap. And that would be me processing a trigger in a healthy way and taking a nap instead of drinking a caffeinated beverage, which science has shown over time can have harmful effects on our body. I'm not here preaching against caffeine. I drink my Coke every once in a while, and you know, my wife teases me for that. She's like, yeah, you're the therapist with the caffeine addiction. Oh my gosh, I haven't drank caffeine for 3 months. I can stop anytime, right? And so are we listening to ourselves in our own behaviors where we're justifying those things, and are we owning them? So what you just stated is, I got so confident in my sobriety that I thought, you know what, I'm good. I can do this anytime. And what happens is those pathways and those new addictive cycles that have been created inside our limbic system will jumpstart right back again. So that after that very first slip, after you've been sober for 3 months, you go into a 2-week relapse cycle because your brain's like just trying to feed on that addictive pattern that it once participated in. And it continues to become, you know, it's not like, I'll just use once and then I'll be good. those triggers come back, and that relapse and that withdrawal cycle starts back up again. And so what addicts learn is that one time truly is too many, and 1,000 is never enough for the limbic system, because the limbic system is never going to say, yeah, that's enough, we can process this morally. That's the prefrontal's job. And so what happens is the limbic system and the prefrontal start clashing and battling each other. The prefrontal is saying, stop using, this is harmful. The limbic system says, shut up, I need to survive. And so the limbic system will start literally shutting down the prefrontal cortex so that it can get what it perceives is a healthy behavior, or not even healthy, a survival behavior. And that's how addiction develops. So when we as human beings can say, you know what, I'm simply not strong enough to participate in certain behaviors. I watch individuals who become alcoholics, and I simply say, you know what, I don't even want to rock that boat, because I come from a family where there are alcoholics. So the chance that I'm going to be one if I start drinking is pretty high. So I don't even want to tempt my limbic system to start perceiving that as a survival need. And so if we can get to a place where we're not an addict in something, stay away from it. But once you have developed an addiction, it really becomes important to surrender to that fact that you are going to be triggered, that it can hit you at any time, and engage in those behaviors and activities that will keep you sober. And humility and surrender are really, really important tools in that. So I commend you for that. Great job.